So this is the little intro, informal call for the jury members only. And this is the first American Metaverse Awards event we've done. We did the previous one in Berlin, and the European one in Berlin. And so this call is also going to be recorded. So for a few of you that aren't here, we'll send it to them directly so they can kind of plug into what's going on. I'm going to finish it less than 30 minutes. I'll go through some logistics and agenda about schedules, etc., the concept of the event, both the daytime agendas and the evening awards gala. We'll talk about the jury package and the jury score sheet. But before we do all that, can I ask each of you to do a really quick 15-second intro of your name, your company, and where you are from right now? And just because you're at the top of my screen, Richard, I can see at the very top of my screen. How about you go first?
Yep. So hello, everyone. My name is Richard, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Woodies project. So that's it. And I'm based in Germany.
Okay. Where in Germany, by the way?
A couple hours north of Berlin on the coast.
Okay, great. Eric, you're next on my screen.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Eric Eddy, and I am the president and founder of Metaverse Public Relations. And as the name suggests, we are publicists for everything Metaverse and co-producer of the American Metaverse Awards.
Yeah, and to be clear,
and based in sunny Miami, thus the pink glasses, because you can get away with that here.
And we are partners in crime on this what's the word? Initiative, enterprise, businesses, etc. Good. Osher Frank says the screen. You're up next.
Hey guys, nice to meet you all. I'm Osher Frank, founder and chief architect at Metaverse Architects, a studio based in Toronto. I was approached by Eric, invited to take part in this conference. We are currently in rounds of funding, so a very exciting time for us.
Cool, good. Sven.
Hey everyone, I'm Sven. I am the Chief Technology Officer at Mattel, based in LA.
Sure, to the point. I'm gonna have to ask you later on to bring a Barbie doll to the event for my 10-year-old daughter. She promised me to ask you. Jonathan, you're up next.
Hi, Jonathan Herman, CEO and founder of Strong Interactive, which is the parent company of leading brands on Crunchbase right now. Technology, Web3, etc. Baller Mixed Reality, Focuson.com, and a few other brands that we're rolling out.
Great. Dimitri?
Hey, good day, everyone. My name is Dimitri, co-founder, co-CEO of QuickNode. We provide Web3 infrastructure to the world's top projects, Web2 and Web3 businesses based out of Miami, Florida.
Cool. Casey?
Yeah, Casey McDonald here on the corporate communications team at Mattel, just here to support Sven. We're excited.
Okay, great. Ryan.
Ryan.
Oh, great. There you go.
Yeah, I turned on. Hi, Ryan McCumber. I run Sports Tech AI, focused on innovation in sports. I was the global head of sports tech for KPMG. I'm currently in New York, but Thomas, I'll be in Warsaw in a few weeks. We'll definitely connect before the event.
That's great. And I'm glad you can see you in Miami as well. And Ryan is a ball of energy and plugged into all the sports businesses of the world. Very interesting.
And flying out to the West Coast to be at the Eagles Super Bowl, and I am an Eagles fan.
Wow, good for you. Great. Right. Edwin, you're up next.
Hi, everyone. Edwin Rivera, managing partner at CG1 Solutions, also co-founder of Reality Hub, AR-enabled training solutions for hospitals, based in Miami, Florida.
Great. Who do I have next? Kenzie Crompier at the bottom.
Hi there, Kenzie. Here from Mattel Communications supporting Sven.
Okay, great. And then iPhone, whoever iPhone is, without a picture, just iPhone. Who is that?
That might be me. Scott Spiegel here, founder of BitBasel NFT art community, based out of Miami, Florida. Also an Eagles fan and going to Phoenix next week, so I'll see you there.
Great, Scott. And I think Lisa Lopez is also on the call. Lisa is part of the team in Miami and a critically important part of it. She may have been reaching out to you guys occasionally, and she's been great. And so has this whole team in Miami. So straight to the point. So this is American Metaverse Awards is a awards event, and the date is, of course, March 30th in Miami at the Miami Regency. And it's preceded by 2 days of let's say conferences. The first day, 29th, is very specifically focused on investor matchmaking. So VCs and CVCs that have said that they're interested in Web3 metaverse type companies, and scale ups and startups on the other side of it. So if you have suggestions of a few more VCs that fit that ticket, or companies that you think we should reach out to that should be there, that are in the capital raising mode, again, either pure startup or scale up, please let us know, me or Eric or Lisa, please. Yeah. That evening is then the jury dinner. And the way that works, it's 6:30 in the evening, also at the same hotel. We have all of you, about 25 or so, will be at the jury dinner. If you're not there, your vote doesn't count. So we want to see you in person, please. And we then have the jury package, which you've received, of course, already, the PDF that will be printed out, as well as a final score sheet. And that jury package is really interesting, I think. Lots of quite fascinating business models and companies in there. A little bit of riffraff as well. That's for you guys to decide. And your job will be to vote one winner per category at the jury awards. I'm going to repeat this at the event itself, but to give you an example, if you're talking about a sports related category, not all of you will know that much about it, but maybe Ryan would know more than you would, for example. So you might get his opinion. Or if it's about, I don't know, the toy business or whatever it might be, you weigh in with Sven on his opinions about that. And then you all vote one score, again, one vote per category for one company. You pass that back, you turn it in, we process it, and we announce the winners on stage at the awards the next evening. And none of you guys will know who wins until we open the envelopes, Oscars style, that evening. The next day, the 30th of March, is let's say the conference, and we have a plenary session during the day. We start at 9 o'clock. Some of you are on the agenda already. And then we've got, I think, over the 2 days, we'll have about 45 speakers. So I think the awards event itself is interesting, but also the speakers will be very interesting during the days as well. During the day, of course, aside from the plenary session, there'll be a few breakout sessions or deeper dives on things like NFT or other different type of subjects that a company might want to dig into deeper for 20 minutes or so. Nova, you came in a few minutes late, but everyone's introduced themselves. I'll give you a few minutes to gather your thoughts, and then I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself, who you are, what company, where you're from. Yeah, but I'll finish this thought. So then the evening awards gala, tables of 10. We start with networking at 6:30 for an hour and a half. Stand-up networking wines. Then we have a sit-down dinner, corporate tables of 10 or individual seating. We go pretty fast with the awards because my philosophy is that you guys don't want to really hear from anybody on stage. You want to talk to each other. You meet companies. You're there to talk to other people there. So we do that. We maximize that. And then after the awards event, we then have more networking. We have some special wine tasting. We're going to do some South American wines this time. Should be interesting. And by the way, Eric was at the event in Berlin in October, and you can weigh in on your thoughts as well if you like to, Eric. But Nova, start with you, please.
Yeah, no pressure. Hi, everyone. Nova Lorraine. I am a fashion designer, award-winning fashion designer, and the founder of House of Nova, which is a phygital couture house bringing together AI, data, fashion, and art. I am also the Chief Metaverse Officer and Architect for Lore, which is a hyper-realistic metaverse environment, bringing hyper-realistic luxury retail real estate to the world. And the first district is Soho. Super excited about that to be released. And I'm an advisor, strategist, keynote speaker, author, podcaster. I love to run. I love dark chocolate, mother of 4, and Jamaican. I'm very proud to have been born and still love my island of Jamaica. So that's it in like 30 seconds. Did I make the 30-second clock?
Not only did you make it, you had the best introduction of anyone. So that wins the award right there. Yeah. Okay, so guys, so we'll a couple things. Then hit me with some questions as well. And Eric, I want you to give your opinion about the last event in a second too. Last thoughts from me is this jury package. I know it's a beast. It's a lot to do. Not all of you are going to send in your pre-vote, which I want to get. I want to get it ideally tomorrow, but the next day would be fine. But let's say 2nd February, the last time to send to me. because we're pushing that because people are are hitting us up all the time with questions. Are we on the short list, et cetera, et cetera. So we want to publish a short list at the latest on Monday morning. And that gives everyone a very good idea of who's going to come. Typically, 80% of the shortlist companies attend. And by the way, there are 222 nominations, something like that. Incredible number of nominations for year one. Really good sign for the sector. The last thought is all of you guys are, of course, have complimentary attendance for the full event. You're registered, no need for sign-ups or tickets, nothing like that. You're registered. It's a so-called non-transferable. You can't pass it to an assistant. You come or you don't come. If you want extra tickets, it's online via the website. Let us know. Eric, your 2 thoughts about October and the European Metaverse Awards. You're mute.
Obviously, being a PR guy, I've been to lots of conferences and events and galas over the years. This one stood out in a few interesting ways. I think, first of all, the people that populate Web3 are different than the ones that populated Web 1 and Web 2. I think in terms of variety of people and diversity, we saw everything from very kind of corporate VC type people all the way to creative technologists who, have plugs and blue hair and Doc Martens, and the room, there was a camaraderie feeling in the room. The room was just crackling with energy. I think people, the enthusiasm level was very high, and it was just great to see people as thrilled as they were to get up on stage and be proud of the innovations in the world that they're helping build. So it was just, it was wonderful in that way. And I think the networking opportunities were great. I think that the judges got grilled a bit from time to time, which was also, I think, kind of made for good banter back and forth. And what else can I say about it? I mean, for the gala, people actually I was surprised. People got dressed up. Women wore close to evening gowns, maybe not quite that dressed up. The men, not quite black tie, but ties and velvet jackets. And so it just felt like the real deal. So as far as we're concerned, it's the Oscars of the Web3 and Metaverse Awards, and there will be many informal step and repeat moments in front of our signage. I'll be a photographer for that. So yeah, it's something to look forward to for sure.
And speaking of photographers, we'll have photographers there, we'll have video guys there, and we'll have lots of video produced. We have lots of photos produced, and you can use all of it for free, unrestricted afterwards, any way you like. Any questions to us about this? Yeah, and suggestions as well, Nova?
Yeah, and I apologize for being a few minutes late. So you may have covered this already. So in terms of the layout of the room, and so I know we're doing all the pre-voting and voting virtually, but what is the vision? Where are the judges?
Yeah, we have
where we could.
Yeah, so the night before, and I don't know precisely the room inside the hotel in a second, but I'll let you guys know maybe in a couple of weeks. So the jury dinner, which is the 29th of March, it starts at 6:30 and it'll go till about 8:30, 9:30. Stand-up networking dinner, high tables, wine tasting, drinks. You'll circulate around with the jury package in your one page to sign off on one winner per category. And you're meant to discuss things you don't know. No one knows everything about everything. So you're saying the point would be if you're the fashion person, someone might come to you and ask about the fashion. If someone else is the NFT person, you might ask that person about the NFT categories, for example. So everyone's in one room. It's just 25 of you for the evening of the 29th of March. The next day, the conference is in obviously a bigger room, and then the gala is also, and the setup for the gala dinner is tables of 10. So the jury will be at the front of the room. So we put the jury and the speakers first, and then corporate tables next, and then individual tickets come after that. So we call the VIP jury tables, and you guys will be seated at those tables. And then if other corporates have bought a table for 10, they're next, and then the individual tickets after that.
So that high table event the day before, it's just a networking event? Or do we do final cast of votes then, or the?
Yeah, I'm sorry, that is, I was implied, but I didn't state it precisely. You absolutely are doing the final vote that night on March 29th. You're there with a piece of paper and you you got your score sheet, good old fashioned, old style, with the categories, and you will be asked to circle one winner per category and hand it back to us before you leave that night. Some people we've seen in the past come in for an hour, swing in and out very fast. Some guys come in an hour and a half later and stay. Some people come in the beginning and they're kicked out by 10 o'clock as we close the bar. So we welcome any part of that. The point would be, make sure you come. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll find it useful. And we certainly will hope that you'll be there to contribute to the voting.
Yeah, and total separation between church and state. Tom and I, Lisa, none of our team have anything to do with looking at the sheets. So that's a completely independent person who does the tallying and all of that. So
and we don't vote either. That's also important. Keeps us out of trouble. Yeah, keeps us out of trouble. Yeah. Other questions and other suggestions, please. Ideas, open to it, now or later.
Is there any entertainment for the event?
Zero. It'll be totally boring. No, I'm joking. It's we'll have live music. We have had in the past at similar events, kind of really loud music, which we don't really like because then you can't really talk to each other. We'll probably end up having a piano player and a singer. That's kind of the style. We don't want to be too loud. It's not a rock and roll, get drunk party. It's rather networking. And so we'll have that type of live entertainment. From the music perspective. And we do have a kind of a special wine tasting, which was really fun in Berlin. People stayed and hung out there and tasted. We had, a guy that was a sommelier and telling you about all the wines. So we're gonna do the same thing in Miami.
Yeah, well, Tom and I end the night doing the tango because it's Miami. So if you stay that late, you'll be entertained.
A suggestion would be if you can pay for Getty's photographer to be there and publicize that Getty Images will be there. And that's also
a great idea. We have thought about that and I'm glad you're reinforcing it. So let's make sure that's on the list, Lisa.
So you're saying getting
Hi,
Getty...
everyone. Hi,
yeah.
It's Lisa here. I'm definitely working on the Getty Images. They've been on the pipeline. So don't worry, we will and are working on that.
And I'm glad you brought it up again. Yep.
We do have a professional video guy hired already, but the Getty Images is a great idea. What else? And hit us up later on. Other questions
afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, there can be. It's really what everyone wants to do. And well, Eric talked about people dress up, and some people are. It's also this sector. So we had guys wearing T-shirts and sneakers, and whatever goes.
Yeah.
So we're happy with whatever. And there can be dancing later. Absolutely. Yeah.
I think the more fun you have, the more people will talk about it afterwards, over and above the accolade of winning the award. But if people just have a good time, they're going to be talking about it for days and months, and then other people are going to want to come just to be part of the fun. So even if there is a after awards cocktail party or what have you, that's a formal that's attached to the event, I think that will, increase the value of the event.
Yeah, we do have that. We do have that in some form, but we're trying not to be a buzz killer from after the awards scala. No, I tell you what, some of the events I've done in Europe, I mean, I'm technically finishing 11:30, but I'm there at 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to get the last 50 people out of the room. So it can be a lot of fun. Yeah. Other ideas, suggestions, please let us know later. Andy.
Sorry for delay, but Tom does have to stay till 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning quite often and usher people out gently from the entrance.
Andy, you've got to give us the 15-second intro of who you are. What your company is.
Good to see you again, Eric, and good to meet you, everybody. I'm the editor of Disruption Banking in London, and I love Texas.
Austin in particular.
No, I prefer Dallas, actually. I do actually prefer Dallas.
Okay.
I find the poverty in Dallas to be more comforting. In Austin, they seem to hide the poverty better, you know? I just don't know where they go, you know? In Dallas, it's visible everywhere. In Austin, they hide them under bridges. I don't know what they do with them. Sorry, everybody, I digress.
Kind of like in California, Northern California, they're all under bridges.
Yeah.
All right, guys, 5:52 or 11:52, wherever you are. Cool. Thank you guys very much. Any suggestions, ideas, please forward them to me, Eric, Lisa, keep it coming, and we'll talk to you soon. And very much looking forward to see you guys in Miami, March 29th, 30th.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.